Hello, families, and welcome to our Pine Lake Middle School Parent Night. This is the special education version, and this PowerPoint will have some information about what special education will look like at Pine Lake Middle School. My name is Colleen Maher, and I am the LRC2 teacher at Pine Lake, and I'm going to share this PowerPoint with you. But let's meet some of our other team members. We have Neely, who's an LRC1 teacher. Colleen Maher, that's me. I'm the LRC2 teacher. And we have Susan Sansing, who's another LRC1 teacher with us. We have Lori Engelbach, who is our school psychologist. Carrie Torres, who is our occupational therapist. And Karen Fisher, our speech language pathologist. So here at Pine Lake, we have some core beliefs. They are integrity. And within that, we believe that every student should have the skills by the time they leave to self-advocate and have more independent skills. And we talk about community with collaboration and engaging in school activities, as well as respect. We have inclusive practices at Pine Lake. We take ownership of what we do at school. Excellence, which is individualizing programming for each student, and also use strengths-based approaches. Discovery, which is we want to support students in problem solving and exploring different technology. So overview of special education at Pine Lake. So all students at Pine Lake have a 6-period schedule. Delivery of special education services is different than elementary school. Students will receive their classes like language arts or math or lab class in their classes rather than a pull-out method. All teachers will be given a copy of your child's accommodations within the first week of school, so they can understand your child's learning patterns. So some LRC1 classes that we offer at Pine Lake include language arts, which it has reading and writing in it, and students that are in language arts will work on goals that are in reading and writing. Student instruction mirrors what's happening in the general education classrooms. Students read novels, complete the reader's workshop, write a memoir, do papers on featured articles and arguments. We have math, and within math, students are working on their math goals. Students follow the same math curriculum as students in the general education class, but they're in a smaller class. Some of the assignments may be modified and the pace may be different. Reading and writing lab. Students placed in reading and writing lab have goals in reading or writing. Students in this lab have a general education language arts class. Lab class supports reading and writing that is required in other classes. Students receive some more targeted intervention in reading using language live literacy program and step up to writing for students with their writing goal. We have organization lab. This is a class for students with behavior goals related to organization, work completion, and other executive function skills. In this structured class, students receive study skill instruction and support with assignment completion. Another class we offer is learning strategies. It's a class for students who have social and behavior goals. Students work on skills that require them to be, that support them to be successful as a student and a member of a class or a group. It can focus on communication, flexibility, following social norms and expectations, and also organization. Okay. Homeschool communication. So every trimester we have progress reports that we will send home and mail them to you. School staff will contact you to schedule your child's annual IEP review. Please plan to attend curriculum night in the fall. There'll be a lot more information from your students' teachers, as well as things that they're doing in their classroom. And email is the best way to communicate with all teachers. Okay. Well, let me go back one slide. Individualized scheduling. So our team will meet with your child's current elementary case managers, and we'll talk about your child and review some of their individual needs that they may have. Then our team takes that information and we build a schedule based on the IEP and then also the learning needs of your student. Program requirements satisfy the student's IEP. They're given first priority. So we have to focus on what's in your student's IEP and then core classes, then elective classes. Okay, here we go. We have a sample schedule. So a student, the first sample schedule, or the first schedule on here is a full day general education student schedule. So we wanted to share this sample with you. And a student will have a class, say, in language arts, social studies, science, math, PE and health, and then their elective. Students that are in special education that have a service in only one area, let's say that is language arts. They might have a special education class in language arts, and then they would still have social studies, science, math, PE, and then the lab. A sample student with an IEP in reading and writing. So their first class would focus in special education on reading and writing, and social studies, science, math, PE, and an elective. So you can see our main focus is really to make sure that they get the resource class where it needs to be. So if a student qualifies for reading and writing, they're going to get the resource class in reading and writing, and then the core classes will follow next, and then the elective. So each student will have a scheduled reevaluation during one of their years here at Pine Lake. So reevaluations are every 3 years. Our school psychologist will be in touch with you when it is time to schedule that evaluation. So our school psychologist does the eval every 3 years, and your student's case manager does an IEP every 1 year. Okay. Some tips for middle school success. Okay, before school begins, some ideas we have thrown in here are for you to work on practicing combination locks. So each locker will have a combination lock. So you go left, right, left. So work on practicing those at home over the summer, and then make sure you have all necessary supplies. And those supply lists can be found on the Pine Lake website. After school begins, work at home on developing a consistent homework routine. Time and place, use it daily. Encourage your student to use planner or other organizational tools, whichever works best for your student and your family. We have planners at Pine Lake that can be purchased through the bookkeeper. Log on to Canvas and Skyward regularly to identify current and missing assignments. Access Teacher Canvas courses on a regular basis, and encourage your child to advocate for their needs by emailing teachers and asking them questions. Building these study habits early will be a lot of work, but will set your child up for success. Okay, next steps. So watch for general orientation meeting for parents and guardians. That'll be coming out. You'll probably find that information through e-news. So sign up for the PLMS e-news. It'll give you information about schedule changes, fun things happening at school. Anything that's related to Pine Lake News will come through that, and that's an email. So go to the Pine Lake website and make sure you sign up for e-news. We also ask that you complete a parent input form. It will support us in learning more about your child's needs and hearing your voice before your child starts. Here's the QR code. You can just use your camera, open up your camera and hover it over the QR code, and a link will pop up. And then you can click on that and answer some questions for your Pine Lake team. If not, you can also copy and paste this link into your browser. And here's some staff information for your Pine Lake Special Education team. So it has the teacher's name, their title, and also their email address. And that's the presentation I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for your time, and we really look forward to having your student become a Wolverine here at Pine Lake Middle School. Thank you.